How are you guys doing today? Um, it's just Friday. Well, actually, this is being recorded on Thursday, but I'm gonna be dropping this video tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna be a bit busy, so just when I get the video out. So you know, this pimple is gonna stay here for the rest of the video. By the way, I can't get rid of that right now. Hope you guys are having a lovely Friday. Hope you guys are going out with your loved one, friends, whoever. And if you're alone, it's a little tough. Just get some candy and watch a movie. I think you'll be okay. You know, today's Valentine's Day special. I've been talking about this for 2 weeks now, so making it right now. And this today we're gonna be talking about love, um, what it is to me, how it's been a part of my life, and I'm gonna talk to you about it. So let's get into it. To me, love is that feeling, between two people. The other person is very special to you. You want to know more about them. You want to love them as they are. You don't want them to change for you. Someone loving you as you are. You don't have to act differently. You don't have to act a certain way for them. You just be yourself around them. A person who loves you whenever you succeed, a person who's always going to be there for you in your happy moments and in your sad moments, a person who's going to give you their attention, their support, no matter what. I feel like love to me is that, and even outside of relationships, love to me is just like with my friends. I love my friends. Um, we hang out. Some of us have different sets of values and beliefs, but I never let that get in between us, right? I love my friends. I accept them as they are. Someone who loves you is also someone who will call you out on your, for lack of a better word, BS. You know, if you do something, a real friend will call you out on that mistake. A real friend won't let you commit a mistake and just let you sit there and keep falling into a mistake. No, if I see one of my friends doing something wrong, I'm gonna let them know, hey, you're doing something wrong, and then it's up to them if they want to act on whatever I said or not. Um, and to me, that's what love is. Being real with someone. No matter what. Wanting to understand each other and accepting each other as they are. Their job, whatever, everything about them. First Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4-7 says, "Love is patient, kind. It does not envy or boast or insist on its own way." Now, love is being in a relationship with someone. You have to be patient, right? Because it's not always gonna be sunshine and rainbows. You're gonna have problems with each other sometimes, because sometimes you have differences and might get into a few arguments, but being patient with one another, that's showing love, because you're not going to crash out on your significant other because of whatever they're talking about, whatever they're doing or going through. You have to be patient with each other, talk, have a conversation, try to understand their feeling and let them know how you feel, and try to figure it out as two people who love each other. Being kind to each other. You never lash out at someone. um Try to be as kind as you can to that person, and really, because that's showing love. Because being kind, even if you're not in a relationship, just being kind to other people is showing love to that person. Even if you don't know who they are, just being kind, it shows that you respect that person, even though you don't know who that person is. It is not envy or boast. That's saying that love for someone is, not being jealous of one another person's success. Even if it's your significant other, you shouldn't envy that person, right? You should be happy whenever they're successful, even if it's someone you don't know or like a friend. Still, you shouldn't envy, because showing love to that person, you know whether a friend, relationship, family member, it's it's just not being envious of them and their success, because a lot of people work hard for what they have. And if you want something that they have, go after it, but it's not their fault they got it. Never be jealous of someone. Jealousy to me is such a stupid thing. I don't know. Whenever someone is doing better than me or something, or just in general, I just usually, I'm like, wow, I want to get better at this, and then I go and I get better at it. I'm not envious of them. I sometimes I get disappointed in myself, because I'm like, oh, I could be putting in more work, and then I put in more work, but it's not their fault. They're putting in work, and they're doing it right. So that's love, man. Just all around being a good person to your friend, your family member, or your loved one. Your partner, as I'm gonna say. And yeah, now all these things I mentioned, God does it all for us, right? God doesn't envy us, not ever. God is amazing. He's kind to us, you know. He's the type to call us out if we're being wrong. He he loves us unconditionally. And it's something that's so hard to understand because a lot of us can't love each other that way, but he does. And his love for us is so huge. Think about that one person in your life, that one person who you do anything for, that one person who could shoot you, but you would still love them. God loves you so much more than that. And it's so hard. It's almost impossible to understand that. Like, I could say I love God, but I will never, I can be completely honest, I will never love him more than he loves me because it's probably impossible for me to do that, right? Because again, I'm a sinner. I commit mistakes sometimes. I'm trying to commit less and less mistakes, but he still loves me. Think about this. Um, every time you sin, it's almost like you're stabbing God in the back every time, especially if you know what you're doing, right? Because it's worse to sin and know that you're sinning than to sin. Okay. Wow, that guy's in a hurry for Valentine's Day. Anyways, it's better to sin and know that you're not sinning. And wait, what? It's better to sin without knowing that you're sinning than to sin knowing you're sinning because you're actively aware of what you were doing and that it's wrong. And that's not good. You're literally stabbing God in the back every time you do that. And think about it. He'll love you even after you do that. Would you love someone if, they hit you, um, they hurt you, they hurt someone else that you love? Would you always forgive them? Right? And if your answer is no, that's crazy because God's answer would always be yes. So that's why you have to learn how to forgive others. But then again, that's for forgiveness. That's for forgiveness. I think I already talked about that. I can't remember, even though I only have 5 videos. But yeah, that's love. That's unconditional love. And John 13, verse 34 says, "A new commandment I give to you: love one another as I have loved you. You are also to love one another." That's God saying that you're supposed to love one each other, right? One another. You're supposed to love each other and try to love each other unconditionally, just how He loves us. He looks through our mistakes, through our differences, through our pasts, our presents. He even knows our futures. He knows what we're capable of doing and all the wrong things we have done, and He still loves us, right? That's that unconditional love. And He wants us to try to be that same way with one another. He wants us to try and get along with each other. And that's what I feel the world needs more forgiveness, more love. Because if you're not willing to forgive someone, you're not willing to love them. Because being able to let go of what someone has done to wrong you in any way, shape, or form, that's love. Because you're literally saying, hey, you wronged me, but it's okay. I forgive you and I love you, right? Even if it's someone who you don't get along with, just forgiving them and moving on from that, even though you two don't have to be buddy buddy with each other, just forgiving them is respectful enough to show that you love that person and you cannot bear any hatred in your heart for that person, right? Pray for that person because that's also love. You're showing that you care about that person, that you want them to get through whatever they're going through that made them hurt you. That's real love. Show love to your enemies just like you do to your family members, to your friends. Now, me, I'm not really a person who has had a lot of luck with romance because um, the problem was usually with me because I was always interested in doing the wrong thing with that person. You know what I'm saying? Watch my lust video. Um, that's what I was interested in doing. I was more lusting after that person's body and what we could do together instead of an actual relationship with them. And I would always ask myself, can I see myself having a real relationship with this girl? And the answer was always no. But can I see myself doing something else with this girl? Yes, I can. And that's not love, right? So something I got good at was cutting that off. Even though sometimes I would make a mistake, I would always cut off the relationship because I'm like, hey, this isn't working out. And then I would always say the same thing. Um, I have a lot of issues with lust. I would always explain to them lust and how I actually didn't like them and I just wanted to do things with them. And that always hurt me, and I know it hurt them too, because sometimes I feel like, that person liked me and maybe even more, and they probably wanted a relationship with me, but I just couldn't do it, and I always felt like such a jerk because I was doing that. And that's why at this point I'm not even seeking a relationship with a girl. I would love to have one, and if it presents itself, then hallelujah, man, I would love that. 2025, it's hard out here, but I'm not seeking a relationship with any female right now because, oh my gosh, that guy's dog is so tough. Bro, that's a tough dog. And that guy got aura too. Wish I could show you guys. Just imagine Batman walking with a dog. That's what that guy looks like. Sorry. Anyways, oh, I probably just destroyed the mic. It's okay though. What was I saying? I had a lot of problems with that, and I'm not seeking a relationship with a girl right now because I know that I'm still not good enough, and I'll still fall back into my old ways. It's kind of cold outside, and that's not good. I don't want to do that to myself or to any other female out there. I don't want that to happen between us. My next relationship, I want it to be a God-centered relationship. Me and her and God, right? I want us to pray together. I want us to read the word together and to just be close to God together. That's what I want. I don't want lust to be a part of it. I want my next girlfriend to become my wife. And, if it doesn't work out, then I hope the problem's not with me because I don't want that to happen again, man. I don't want to fall into temptation and end up doing the wrong thing. Um, by the way, I am still a virgin. Just to clarify that. I might cut that out of the video. I don't know. I don't. Anyways, um, yeah, man. It's hard out here, but make sure that no matter what, you love people. Try to show love. Show forgiveness, show patience, show kindness to everyone. You know, not even just romance, just hey man, to your family, to your friends. Ask how someone is doing. That's love, showing care. Ask how someone is doing. Think about someone you haven't talked to in a while. Ask how they're doing. Hey, how are you mentally? How are you physically? You feeling well? Is your body okay? Have you gone through anything crazy? How have you been? Let's catch up. Do that tomorrow. Well, actually, you should do that every day. But tomorrow is Valentine's Day. It's a day about love. Go ahead and show what I just said. Show that love to everyone you can, anyone you could think of. That's how they're doing, you know. And if you have someone, and you got the bread for it, hey, go out for dinner. Go out for dinner at a nice fancy place. Pick that person up with your, you know, Toyota Corolla, because nobody I know be driving anything too crazy, except for one person. I know one person who will be driving some crazy car. It's a crazy car. By the way, if y'all notice my hands are dirty, I've been working, guys. I've been trying to get the bread up. You can't really see it on camera. But yeah, I don't think I'm even gonna show because I actually cut my hand. It looks kind of disgusting. But yeah, I'm dragging this on for too long. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. I love you guys. If you have somebody, I hope your relationship works out. I hope that you guys are not like me, learn from my mistakes, and don't fall into that lustful temptation. Just be good to each other, love each other, and I pray that God will keep you guys close together. And if you don't have someone and you are crushing on somebody, tell them, confess that love now. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, confess that love. If you got a crush on somebody, confess that love now, because I'm telling you, those opportunities will pass you by. They will. You think, oh, I'll do it after this day or this day or this day, but those opportunities will pass you by. If you got a chance, do it. Just say it, because even if they deny you, you'll feel better afterwards, right? You'll feel better afterwards. And for those out there who don't have someone like me, I'm talking to you right now. God has someone who's right for you. God has someone who's right for me. And if you're someone who really wants a relationship, also like me, God knows that we are burning with passion, burning with a desire for a significant other. Not even just, sexual desires, just desires in general, just to have someone to love, to show what I'm making this video about, to show that to them, right? And God has that person for us. He really does. We just have to learn how to be very patient and keep bettering ourselves, because how are we supposed to have that person if we're not ready for them yet? Because if God sends my future wife my way right now, it won't work out, right? Because maybe even she's struggling right now and he's trying to better her for me and better me for her, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, God has someone special for me and for you. And until then, all we can keep doing is moving forward, loving our friends, loving our family, showing love to everyone, being kind, patient, and learning how to love ourselves, which is something I really been trying to do. Learning how to love yourself, because you deserve that love. If God loves you, why wouldn't you love yourself? Why wouldn't you love yourself? If the creator of the universe, everything, loves you forever, love yourself. You deserve that love, right? If you don't got anybody, and even if you do have somebody, but mostly if you don't have anybody, love yourself because you deserve it, okay? Tomorrow, I don't have a Valentine, but I'm loving someone who deserves that love. Man upstairs. And also me. We're going to watch a movie together probably. Tomorrow, God's going to be there. You know, we're going to watch like, shoot, I don't know what we're going to watch. I'm not going to lie. I'll probably just put on like a random movie, get some chocolate. It's fine. It's okay to be alone sometimes, you know, even though you're never alone. And I'm dragging this out. This is almost 8 minutes long. Wow, this is going to be annoying to edit. But yeah, it's okay. God has someone for me and you. And at the end of the day, we're going to be all right. You will have a future wife or husband if you're a girl, and you will be happy. So then focus on yourself, on bettering yourself and loving yourself, because how can you love somebody else if you don't even love yourself, right? That don't make sense. So thank you guys for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. And hey, if no one is showing love to you, I love you. I might cut that out too. I don't know. Hey,